Aaron Moses, gang. So, after 40 years, Judge Greg Mathis and his wife are getting divorced. His wife filed for divorce. Okay. So, before I go into this, I do want to say this is not to bash uh, Judge Mathis or kick him while he's down or anything. I'm actually a huge fan. This is why I know the things I'm going to tell you. Okay. I look up to Judge Greg Mathis. I'm a felon myself. I actually looked into going into law school because of Greg Mathis. My auntie's a lawyer. I called her. I asked her the process. It wasn't for me. I was too old. It was going to take too long. But I definitely admire what Judge Mathis has done for the community. And a lot of things that he speaks on his show, he tries to give enlightenment and encouragement to not only black men, but people in poverty, okay? Giving people information about filing for child support so they won't get caught up in the system later and end up hurting themselves by trying to play the system. I love Judge Greg Mathis, right? But that does not take away the simple fact that he is a simp. How do I know this? Because he told us. Now, when you're a confident man and you have a woman, you don't joke about certain things because inside a lot of jokes, 99.999% of jokes, there's some truth and it will reveal what you actually feel, what you actually think, where you actually are mentally and emotionally and spiritually in your life. If you are a confident man, you don't joke to your woman and say, you know I love you, but if you ever leave me, I'ma delete you. You don't joke like that with your woman if you're a confident man. You know if you ever leave me, I'ma delete myself. You don't joke like that. Just like the same way you don't joke on national television for decades. You know I'm scared of my wife. She wears the pants in the relationship. You don't joke like that unless there's some truth to it, okay? And when you make your wife the head of the relationship and you always say that you're scared and when you uh, when you when you when you play like that, bro, you're giving her all this validation and giving her something that she hasn't earned. Now, in his earlier life in the show, he stated that he was in a dope house when he was in college. He ended up moving in with his wife, his girlfriend at the time, using her car and things like that. When a female feels like she built you up, she feels like she made you, bro. That's an empowering piece of information. That's an empowering piece that she does not need to have. That's an empowering position that she does not need to have. That's number one. How do I know that he's a simp? Because he was so much of a simp that it spilled over into his judgments, always advocating for the women, always uh, always bending the law, bending the rules, sometimes breaking the rules. When he would read the situation knowing that a woman was not as emotionally intelligent as this man or street smart as a man, and she ended up losing, you know, a couple $1,000s, a couple dollars or some property, some currency, he would always, a lot of times, bend the law, break the law, do what he needed to do, manipulate the situation so the woman would get her money back, whether it be a gift or whether it be a loan. And she just didn't handle the situation properly where she should have lost 110%. So just knowing that, just seeing him advocating and being on the woman's side all the time when the dude was totally in the right to have won that case, that's what gave me all I needed to know. Saying that his wife was stealing from him all the time. Like, I know that legally your wife can't steal from you, but what happened to the law of the people outside of the government law that we all voted for? I didn't vote for that. But the government law that we all agreed to by getting married. Telling stories about how he would check his bank account and he would try to take some money out. Of course. He would check his bank account and try to take money out, and he would go to the bank, and his wife took out $50,000 to buy a brand new car that she didn't even consult him on. And he would think it's a joke. He would think it's funny. And there's no consequences to those actions. The money you worked for with your two hands and your wife took it without your permission, yes, that's stealing. And you just shrug your shoulders like, well, I signed that piece of paper. What's mine is hers. What's mine? No, no, that's not manly, bro. That's not masculine, bro. You worked all of these hours. You grinded. You became the youngest voted in black judge in Michigan because of the hard work you did. She was there, she was watching you, she might have gave you a few massages, she might have cooked you something, you know what I mean? But that's your money, bro. And a woman stealing from you, whether it's a piece of paper she signed to agree to have your last name or not, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool. She was with you shooting in the gym, whatever. So what? That's stealing, bro. That's not a joke. And for you to go on national TV and set this example to all these black men that this is okay, bro, no, that's not okay. That's simp behavior, bro. You're encouraging this. You're laughing at this. Somebody being a LG whatever community advocate, okay, he has family members that's a part of that community, but that's not also something you should be doing. Now you're giving all this energy to all these women in the wrong, doing something unlawful or doing something that wasn't necessarily smart, but you're still giving them that energy, just trying to make it seem like men are just so dirty and manipulative, and you took advantage of this woman because you know she liked you and you got her to sign over her tax money, or you let her borrow you let her give you all these gifts when you were in total control of this woman and she didn't have any control over herself because she was so in love with you, she was so in like with you, you was piping her down and she couldn't control herself. I feel you, ma'am. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and get you your money back because this is a evil man. He knew what he was doing to you. Like, bro, that's not cool, bro. But who is there to advocate for you when your wife is stealing at your bank account? Who is advocating for you when your wife is emasculating you and you're telling these stories on national television? Who's there for you? Since you don't want to be there for you, since you put all these toxic, no, is this video going to get millions of views? No, but at least one person is going to see this and they're going to know what not to do. Now, of course, I've been in these situations where I've gotten taken advantage of before. I had certain types of information when I was giving women my money because, hey, I'm a boyfriend. That's what boyfriends do. And I grew up with a single mom raising me, so you know I want to be a help. I want to be of assistance. She's in college. When my mom was in college, nobody was helping her. She was from the south side of Chicago, and she never been outside the city like that. So, hey, let me do this because this is what good boyfriends do. This is husband training that I'm going through. This is the woman of my dreams. Bro, this is not what you do, bro. This is not what you do. You don't work all these hours. Your wife went to college too. She's just as intelligent and degreed up as you. She has the capability of, without the TV show, she has the capability of making her own money. But she sees that you have a specific amount of revenue, so she just up and up and quit her job and start living off of you. No, that's not cool. Take your ass back to work, apologize to your boss, and get your job back. Just because I make some money, like, bro, how could you be equal? Which I don't agree with, but how could you be equal in this household and everything be ours if I'm the one that's making all the money? If I'm the one that grinded and you had a job but you felt comfortable, you're like, oh, well, you make enough money for both of us. No, take your ass back to work. Go back to work. You want to make decisions. That's cool. But the thing that made you equal, you gave that up. You're not equal just because you exist. You're not equal just because you latched onto me. If you latched onto me and you feel like you could quit your job because I'm making all the money, that means we're not equal. And then you have the audacity to be dominated by this woman. Now, I will say this, bro. Of course she divorced Judge Greg Mathis. Of course she did. Because all of these little outbursts and all of these little displays of you having little self-control over these men, when you didn't even hear the whole story, you just automatically call this man a woman beater because this woman that you don't know told you something that she could be easily lying about just to play on your heartstrings because she saw you advocating for these women who had no credibility timeless times over and over and over and over for years. Of course, she's gonna come in, practice in the mirror crying. You could practice in the mirror crying enough to be able to have tears coming out your eyes. Now, I will say this again, just doubling back. I don't know Judge Greg Mathis or his wife. I never met them in person, unfortunately. I've never been, I'm not their children. I don't know what went on in their household. You know what I mean? I will say that I'll answer your question at the end, bro. I will say that I don't know what went on, but just the little bit that I see and the behaviors that were displayed, that it was some simping going on. And I don't want to take it to the street place, but some tricking, bro. Now, I forgot to add what is simping? What is tricking, right? A simp is somebody, is a man who does something for a woman that she doesn't deserve. Usually way out of the way, okay? Tricking is when you exchange money for some kind of pleasure from a woman. Something of a sexual nature, of course. It's an exchange. It's not an agreed upon exchange all the time, but there's an exchange, a transaction, right? Who am I to say that his wife didn't deserve a brand new car without asking him permission? Because she held it down when he was in college for, I think it takes law school and all of that whole process, I think that takes about 10 years, okay? 10 years does not give you permission to emasculate me for 40 years, my nigga. I don't care what you did. He might have felt like she saved my life. Bro, she saved your life 50 years ago, which is cool. She gave you all these kids, which is cool, but she has the capability to get some money as well. And anybody could have did that, number one. Anybody didn't do it though. Anybody could have done it. You could have did it. You just didn't. Because you didn't have the information, you didn't have the resources. I don't believe that you would have expired if you never would have met this woman. I don't believe that you would have became successful and had 3 beautiful children. I think he has more than 3. I don't know how many children. I don't believe that Judge Mathis wouldn't have been as great as he is right now. Because that's not up to a mortal woman. That's up to God. That's up to you and your relationship with God. But Aaron Moses, he wouldn't have had a relationship with God if it wasn't for Linda Mathis. Nigga, you sound stupid. You sound dumb. I will say this, bro. I feel bad because he was so invested. He 9 times out of 10, he simped so hard. He was in such under a spell so hard, bro. I believe that he's gonna. I mean, of course, the alimony. I'm knowing that he didn't sign a prenup, and even if he did, I think they live in California, so that's a wrap. It's over. You're taking care of her for the rest of your life, no matter what. She probably has investments, businesses. 9 times out of 10, she doesn't need his money. But guess what? She's going to get it. He would give her his liver, one of his lungs, to the day that one of them is no longer living. He's taking care of this woman for forever, no matter what she does. And Judge Greg Mathis comes off kind of player vibes, but I know that's not what it is. And there's nothing. Well, there is something wrong with being a simp, as long as it's not actually destroying you, as long as it's not going to lead to destruction, which it is. So I guess there is something wrong. There's everything wrong with being a simp, because you're disrespecting yourself. You're disrespecting yourself, and you're disrespecting the woman by being a simp and indulging in simpish behavior. And I feel empathy for Judge Greg Mathis during these times because I know how it is to an extent. Just like I was talking to one of the homies. One of the homies told me, like, bro, if my woman ever left me after everything I did for her, bro, after all the times that she wanted to quit her job and I allowed her to pursue her dreams, when she could have been making money and she just watched me struggle and I came home and my house was dirty and there was no food after I just bought groceries and she ordered DoorDash and nothing and she didn't do anything and there was no evidence to show that she did nothing after all of that, after all the arguments and disagreements, when I'm the one that's saving us every day, after knowing that if anything happens to me, I still have to go to work. I still have had COVID and had to lie to my boss every time and forged signatures and printed out fake doctor's notes so I could keep going to work even though I felt like I couldn't even make it. And she turned around and cheated on me and left me. Oh yeah, she would be out of here. Both of us would be out of here. Now, of course, I don't agree with that. And I don't talk to the homie about relationship stuff or get any advice from him anymore after that. But I understand where he's coming from. After all of that, I didn't give you a piece of my love. I didn't give you a quarter of it. I didn't give you a smidgen of it. I didn't give you crumbs of it. I gave you whole bakeries of my love. I gave you all my love every day. And you're gonna do this to me? But you do have to understand, bro. If this is what you do, what can go right? What can go right? Can Judge Mathis get a little 25-year-old and get his corn shucked every day for the rest of his life by a new 25-year-old woman? Yes. Yes, he can. But that still does not erase the fact that you invested millions, decades. You invested more time in a woman than a lot of black men were living 50 years ago. A lot of black men were leaving this earth the same amount of time that you lived and supported this woman. A lot. A lot. When you look at the statistics, I think the life expectancy for a black man in the 70s was like 54. You are 5 years shy. Oh, been married for 39 years. So I take that back. But that's still a lot of damn years, goddamn it, shoot. You've been married to this woman since the 80s, and it's about to be the 2030s? No, that's too much. I mean, what can you do? You can't do too much. You go too far down this path, there's really no turning back, bro. How are you gonna get your power back? If he knew something was wrong 10 years ago, you already been doing this 20 years, bro. You think she's going for that? So, nah, bro. Let me read these comments. We only got one person. Shout out to Father Divine, man. Make sure y'all get these likes up. 20 minutes. And I'm on my lunch break doing this, man. I'm on my lunch break. So appreciate, oh yeah, we already got to that down. Some good books. Books, I mean, I read a lot of books, bro. I will tell you this. I made a playlist of audiobooks because I don't even really know where to start. I made a playlist of audiobooks on my YouTube channel. If you go to my playlist and you look for them, they're there. Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Of course, that 48 Laws of Power. I do read, but I'm just not in that state of mind right now. I read a lot of spiritual books, to be honest with you, more so. And just to keep it real with you, I don't finish a lot of books I read. I get about halfway through. I just read a shadow work book by I forgot his name, Dr. Eowaz. That's on YouTube. Not the book, but the actual author. The Rational Male by Rollo Tomasi. Most of the books that I have that I read, audiobooks, in my playlist, like I said. I just realized I don't read as much as I thought I do. I do. I need to keep a list because I actually do read a lot or listen to a lot of books. Your money is her money. That's simpish because she didn't work for it. I mean, look, I can't say, I could say that if she actually does the things that you ask her to, like a lot of guys, like even a lot of guys want to employ their woman, right? They want to give them jobs. A lot of guys don't know that you're supposed to put your woman to work. If she's not taking care of your business, then whose business is she taking care of? Her own? A white man that she will never meet's business? She works for Target and you make $80,000 and she makes $15 an hour. Why are you not employing your woman? So you rather spend 70 of those $80,000 to support you and her. You're not going 50-50, but at least she has a job. No, bro, find something for her to do so she could work for you. Or you both went to school, and by the time you start making six figures, she could quit her job and stay at home and do nothing, and you don't have children, and she doesn't cook and clean, she just spends money. First of all, that's not enough, but no, bro. So we got the Book of Pook. I just downloaded that. We got actually, you know what? I wasn't sitting on the toilet. I got a chair in my bathroom. I do have a gang of audiobooks. Oh, see? I'm screen recording the Simple to P Instagram right now. That's the picture right there. I'm screen recording the Simple to P. Um, it's set on my, okay. I got a gang of books too, bro. But if you go to my audiobooks playlist, that's there. I got The Law of Human Nature right here. And then this is the shadow book workbook I was talking about by Dr. Iwas. It's like $10. Oh, that's backwards, so you can't see it. And then I got all my physical books, The Laws of Human Nature. And then we got I got the Juicy J book. Oh, we got this one. Boom. The Way of the Wolf by Jordan. Then we got, of course, we got this one. Of course. We got the Bible in there. I got books all over the crib, bro. We got this one book. It's called The Cult of Trump. It's not about Donald Trump, bro. It's about cult psychology. Pretty much why people join cults, not necessarily how to start your cult, a cult, but it's in my drawer. Here we go. The Cult of Trump by Stephen Hassan. No Diddy. But that's a great book, bro. That's a great book. Then I got spiritual books I'm not really comfortable showing people because that's not necessarily my spiritual beliefs. But I read them just to understand what other people think and how they think. And some of those methods and some of those teachings are applicable to life in general. You know, they have certain meditations. Laws of Human Nature right there. And then I have the shadow work. It's two parts. So it's the actual book, and then there's a journal that comes with it. I haven't written in the journal because when I get done, I'm going to write those. This is the part two. This is the journal itself. So I'm not going to fill this out. I'm going to write all the prompts down, fill up a journal myself. And then when I'm done with that book, I'm going to put that, when I'm done with that book, I'm going to donate that book to somebody who needs it. And then, like I said, I got the Juicy J book right here. This is a pretty entertaining read. If you know any young black men who you want to get starting to read, you want to get them started reading, yeah, definitely get them that book. I think it's about $20. I bought it for 25 at the Juicy J meetup. I got him to sign it. This nigga, hold up. He signed my name in it, but then he started to spell it wrong. I don't know what this nigga. Oh, this right here. Hell yeah. This nigga spelled that. He was high than a man. He was high as a kite, bro. But that was funny. And he signed my hat too. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. But yeah. So this book, if you know, like I said, if you know any young black men, any youth, you want to get them into the art of reading, the art and spirituality of reading, definitely start them out with that book. He's not going to use any words that are just over their head where they are needing to look any words up. But I will say that when you start to read and you're not used to it, it's going to make you sleepy. The real ones know. If you've gone even if you've gone years without reading, bro, and then you start trying to read again, you're going to go to sleep. How do I know about that? Because I started to read in jail again, and that used to be my little trick to go to sleep. I started reading the Bible or something like that, and then I would be out in a good 30 minutes, and then progressively it took a little bit more for me to go to sleep. So it took me 45 minutes, then an hour, then 2 hours. Then I'll be in my cell for, I would be reading for 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours a day. And I was only in there for was I in there for 2 months? That day, that time when I went to Bloomington County in Illinois, I was in there for a month. I was in there for 29 days. Then Lake County's bitch ass came and got me. They were supposed to come and get me within 30 days. They came and got me on the 29th day and then sentenced me to another like 40 days. Bull. Hell yeah, let me read the rational male. There's like 5 parts to that, bro, which I just found that out today. It's like a green cover, there's a red cover, there's like a burgundy cover. I think there's a black cover. There's 5 parts to it. It's not just one. I did not know that. But most of my books, bro, they're ebooks. If you go to pdfdrive.com, bro, you could find out how to fix your credit on there. Free, just download, just type in credit repair. There's one where it has all the credit repair letters that you need to send them. I think it's like 11, so it should take like about a year. You could request your credit report free. I think it just ended. No, it's still up. Let me see. This is a long ass video, bro. I think I put this on before I went to lunch, which was 2.5 hours ago. It's still going. But I will be posting credit repair videos, two of them. I got a basics breaking down how to open a trust video coming out on the 28th, and I'm just trying to keep it diverse. I'm trying to switch it up. You said you got 3 of those. Then we got the Solomon 2 blogs by, I forgot the nigga's name. I think his name's Dal something. If you look up Solomon 2 blogs, it's gonna be hard for you to find it. But it's Rollo Tomasi's homie. So you might want to type in Solomon 2 blogs red pill or something to that effect. Uh, yeah, I got all my audio. I got all my ebooks on my drive, and I don't want to disrupt the recording or anything like that. But Purple Cow PDF, anything marketing. Now this is marketing by Seth Godin. Yeah. But other than that, man, I gotta go. I want to eat while I'm on my lunch break. I took off my work shirt, took off my work hat. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna call my girl. And y'all stay aware, bro. It's not about necessarily just being just so paranoid against what a woman's gonna do to you or what her ulterior motives. Everybody has ulterior motives, bro. I come on here so I can help people, but this is not the only reason. I get something out of this too. I get to vent, I get to help people, I get to enlighten people, I get to learn. I feel better about myself as a confidence booster. It's a good way to let off some steam. I don't get too much money from it. You know, I'm speaking that into existence soon. But at the end of the day, bro, you just got to be smart, bro. If you do anything, just understand what you're getting out of it. And not just what you're getting out of it, but you want the other person that you're dealing with to understand that you are getting something from it. You don't have to rub it in their face, and you don't have to be stupid about how you convey that message. But if you're just, a lot of people just do things and they're getting out of it more than the other person. You might be helping somebody and you're like, you know what, this is helping my mental health. This is making me feel like a better person. But you have to understand that this person needs to understand, look, I know what you're doing. I know me doing this for you is helping you feed your kids. But what I'm getting out of this is way more than what you're getting out of this. Because what you're getting out of this is temporary. You think you're taking advantage of me? We're really both benefiting from it, and you're not learning anything. You're being stagnant by being manipulative. You're playing these little, I'm gonna just say you're doing this little third grade manipulation on me. You're not really manipulating me. I see what you're doing. And it's really sad that you're taking advantage of a good person. But I'm getting something out this too. You're not playing me, bro. I'm letting you do this. And when you try to step it up a little bit or you try to do anything different, I'm gonna know. Because we're on two different levels. You're taking in this situation. You're manipulating. I'm doing something out of the kindness of my heart and I feel good about it. And I don't need you to feel this sensation. I can get this sensation by my damn self. But it is what it is. Don't let people play you. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Aaron Moses, man. Life is in the breath. Read it in. Peace.